Hey kids, today we're heading over to Pearl Harbor. We're going to learn all about it once we get there. We'll see you there.
1941, hundreds of Japanese fighter planes attacked the American naval base at Pearl Harbor near Honolulu, Hawaii. Japan and the USA were edging towards war for decades. The United States were unhappy with the way the Japanese Empire had treated China and stopped giving the country oil. Still, no one believed that Japan would attack American soil. The Japanese plan was to bomb the American fleet so that it could not fight back. Most of the battleships were docked in the harbor and sustained damage from the Japanese planes which filled the sky. A bomb smashed through the deck of the USS Arizona and caused the ship to explode, sinking, with more than 1,000 men trapped inside. As American sailors were caught off guard, the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor damaged nearly 20 American ships and more than 300 airplanes. 2,500 men were killed, and another 1,000 were wounded. The Japanese had failed to destroy the Pacific Fleet entirely. Most of the aircraft carriers were away from the base, and most of the shipyards and submarine docks were left intact. The next day, President Roosevelt made a speech on how the United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked. The United States had now entered World War II.
So kids, we're going to go visit the memorial of the USS Arizona. It's out away from land, floating on the water, because it's actually sitting above the ship where it sank. So we have to take a boat out to the memorial that is above the Arizona. We will be able to see the top of the ship when we are inside the memorial. The memorial is something like a tombstone that you see in a cemetery. So it's going to be very peaceful when we get there. There is no talking once we're there, just like being in a cemetery or at a funeral. So here we are on the boat, riding out to the memorial. Like I said, it's like a grave site because the sailors did die on the ship, and they stayed on the ship after they died, and they are still there. So this is their grave site. And out of respect, as you see, we can go in, and I will videotape when I get in there. You will see how nice and quiet everyone is, respecting everyone. And this is what it looks like before we got up. Here we go. So this is the very top of the USS Arizona. Imagine this is just as large as a very, very tall building, which fits thousands of people. Thousands of people. If you could imagine standing on top of an apartment building, that's how deep this water is. And this is just the very tip top of just a little part of that very huge ship. That's just so hard to imagine. It's hard to see, but yeah, it's in there. And you know, oil is still leaking from there. It's been leaking from there since 1941. Just a little bit, but every day it still leaks from there. And here's a list of all the casualties of the USS Arizona. My father, your great-grandfather, served in World War II in the Army. He didn't die. He served in Germany as a military police officer. He was part of what they called the Berlin Airlift. The Pearl Harbor Monument is especially important to me because I was a part of the United States Navy, and I also served in a burial detail. That's a part of funerals for all the people who died as sailors and soldiers. I did the 21 gun salute. That was all voluntary. I did that on top of all of my other military duties for over 2 years, which earned me a prestigious medal called the Navy Achievement Medal. So let's all think about and thank those who served in the military. And God bless the souls, USS Arizona. Thank you, kids.